土産話はあるのだろうな。主はい
Hey, Michael. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
じゃあまたね。
What do I feel like doing today? Definitely want to practice these 4 weapons that I got. Okay. Ninja. Oh, let me see what I can work with. What's left for ninja? Dual ninja swords? I mean, I suppose I can do that. What's for tactics? Oh man. I have to summon yokai? No. I have to use Onmyo magic? No. Oh no. I have to use a cannon. Oh, I haven't even used guns. Oh my god. What do I even get from tactics? Key recovery speed? I mean, I guess that ain't bad. What else? Formidable enemies? Oh, these are all the subjugator things, right? Melee damage versus a winded enemy? I mean, this is alright, I guess. How much gauge charge is it? Like a couple percent? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Didn't I answered that before, didn't I? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good though, Michael. It's good to see you. Locked in the Crucible. Okay, what's for facilities? Hey, new Jen. Hope you're doing well. No, I don't want. No, I don't want to do that. So much Grandmaster. No, I'll do that later. Remodeling. Remodel a certain number of times. I have to forge. This requires work. Hey, wizard. What's left in the Crucible? Defeat more. No, I don't want to. This is all the. Yeah. Okay, this is all this stuff. All the subjugator titles. I think his chat doesn't work. He hasn't reacted at all since I arrived. What do you... What are you talking about? What? Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, Michael, I'm like, I've seen your messages. I've seen it. I've seen them all. Hey, new Jen, can you showcase how to bug out Yoshitsune? Yes. Alright, chat, YouTube, are things fine? Okay, appears so. Okay. Alright, just need to double check. But yes, Michael, I'm doing good. You finished Nioh 3, put 100 hours back into Wukong again, beat the game with base staff. Nice. Okay, wizard. Very easy. Okay, you ready? You can get in the air. Makes me wonder if a dev specifically coded this. I think it's more they didn't code it. Okay, just making sure, Michael. Just making sure. It happens. Tech stuff sucks. That's cool. Okay, yeah, Wizard, I've, like, it's pretty hilarious that it works that way. I haven't noticed it on anybody else. Hey, Ricardo. You got more of your wish with talons again. You don't know what to play against? Sekiro or Ghost too soon for Nioh 3 again? You play Doom the Dark Ages. If you want. It's something minor, but I've noticed you can flying punch with talons even during heavy combo. Yeah! Yeah, you can do flying fist. You played Doom, you got bored. Fair, fair. Okay. Hey, if it was boring for you, it's boring for you. That's cool, Ricardo. Just making sure I'm on the same page as you. Hey, Shark Zoo. Compared to Eternal? Okay. Fair, fair. I never played Dark Ages. I played Eternal. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah. I know with Dark Ages they came out with DLC, introduced a new weapon, stuff like that. Well, I don't know. What type of games do you like? Here, I'll try Kusanagi for fun. Let's see. Will I like Kusanagi more? I think it'll be pretty busted in my hands, but okay. Started playing Nioh 3, you never use the Onmyo box attack since it's on the D-pad. Testing out fire. Let's go. Oh, this might be... Is this a good idea? More damage. More damage. I don't think this is a good idea. Oh shit. Ricardo will answer after this. Okay. I don't know much about Dark Ages, I haven't played it, so I can't say. I have a question on controls. I use X to run, right? Yes, I do. How do you do the heavy running attacks? I temporarily switched to claw grip. Very temporarily. Dude, I don't have any key problems. I don't think 100k, over 100k is possible. I've seen like 60k. I don't know about 100. Yeah, so Ricardo, I use claw grip very briefly. I'm using it right now even to move the camera. Can I show how it looks? I mean, I can try. Like, I'll usually just do some... This is really difficult to show. But I'll try. But usually, like, as opposed to pressing key pulse, right? As opposed to pressing key pulse, I might just very briefly just, like, use my thumb and my index. It is a little awkward. It's not too bad though. I don't like to use claw grip for a long period of time because it does hurt. So yeah, I'm trying to keep things simple. So usually what I will do is it's just very brief. I don't do running heavy attacks all that often. And I generally don't want to do too many actions per minute anyway. So it works. So here. But yeah, it's just for a split second. Yeah, I don't use running heavy too often. It's nice, but I don't prioritize it that much. Martial arts make me work a lot more. Damn, I'm being so greedy, it's crazy. I think Hongo Jishi is more fun for me to use. Smash is cool, but nah, I'll go back. I don't think it makes as much of a difference for my style of play. I just don't worry as much about ki. what's up, random monk? Seriously? Yeah, Kusanagi ain't that fun. It's reliable, but it's not that fun. Oh, come on, I was trying to show off. Oh, I could have had a really cool clip there. Do I use left stick to sprint? No. Mine is same as dodge, so I hold dodge to run. Damn it! I almost had him no damage in a very fiery but very cool fight. Oh well. Oh, feels bad. Ah, I was like, damn, I'm doing so much fire. That's my clip. Yes, this is the Nioh 3 demo. You read the title as you suggested before, but I'm even more confused now. I mean, that's just because I've been playing the demo for 500 hours. How's it going, dude? Am I in a multiplayer mood? No. I will not be in a multiplayer mood. I don't want to play multiplayer. Assume I will never be in a multiplayer mood. What is Moof? I don't know. Who's my favorite demon boss of all of them? I think Obsession's my least. I think my favorite might be Envy. I think I might go Envy and then Pride and then Obsession. So yeah, Nioh and Joy, I'm doing good. Just chilling. I was just trying out Kusanagi. I almost had this really cool clip, no damage against Demon of Envy. It was just like non-stop action, but couldn't pull it off. Unfortunately. Just like messed up like little sort of meditation at the end. I tried to unlock and do a 360 sort of meditation. It did not work. It did not work. Unfortunately. Have I tried the slide attack after dodging backwards? No, let me try that now. So it's dodge backwards and then slide. So do an attack, dodge key pulse and then slide, dodge key backwards and then slide attack. Dude, this is gonna be complicated. Oh, but I have to go backwards. Oh. I mean, I'm used to forward, it's backwards I'm not used to. Try it with dodging sideways, it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. I can't really do it. I can do a forward dodge and a backward slide. I'm very comfortable with dodge forward and then forward slide. It's fast, it's just really fast, so it's very difficult. It's more useful for Switchglaive. Oh, is it? Cool. Oh, that's because Switchglaive can then go into the air, right? So that's really handy. far as I know, this is basically the only way that to include slide attacks. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, I can usually incorporate slides. I usually dodge forward and then do it. Has to be pretty fast. Come on! I was trying to do a get up. Hey, what's up, Golden Seed? It was so fun using it against a Blood Edge Demon. Ooh. That does sound pretty cool. Oof, input failure on my part. For Switchblade, I mainly use backwards dodge as the mid-air martial attack for a Switchblade can miss. Yeah, that's a good point. I've got to learn the backwards dodge thingy that for slides. I'm not very good with that. As for Soto Dachi, using them is just so much fun because they're literally martial arts from Rise of the Ronin. Yeah, yeah. I remember, I think we had talked about this before, and just seeing that it was actually part of that was so cool. I really like the moves from Rise of the Ronin. Oh my god. I still remember Kondo used that on me whenever I tried to back off and get a heal. Yeah, that slide attack, you're right. Tenon Nishin Ryu, Mumio Ryu. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're so right. Those moves are so fun. Oh no, I'm not playing well. God damn it. Oh well. That was a no damage, right? Oh, I'm so close. Close enough. Have you noticed the delay when using sword key in mid stance? It seems like the character tries to do a heavy attack first. Yeah, I do see that as well. It's very slight. I've heard that before, Homeless One. I know, I'm so locked in. Get out of here. Okay, well I think I got a pretty good Unify. Yeah, I get when I lock in, I am locked in. It's like full focus, like on every detail and everything. It's like, bro, is that just a picture of you? But yeah, I gotta lock in. Oh, that much. Thank you, thank you. I lock in that much to be able to like make sure I can do what I'm trying to do. Oh, all right. I take a little breather. I got a good clip. It's a YouTube worthy, I think. Here. Okay, where am I gonna start it from? We can go from. I can do it from here. Oh wait, no. Wait, actually, in second thought, I died. Okay, we'll just save that. Have you done any enhanced lessable crucible fights lately? Not lately. It's been some time. Was there one you wanted to see? I could do one. I know there's like some of them aren't that impressive to me. Other ones are pretty cool. Okay, let's see this. Let's see, is that something I want to clip? I did get a no damage, so that was kind of neat. Okay, cool. Nice, yeah, that was unexpectedly nice. Throw a big bomb, do a lot of big damage, let's go! Oof. Nice timing for avoiding quite a lot. Okay, good. Tiger sprint, let's go! Okay, I dodge instead of deflect, okay. Dang, that was ballsy. Can I do a slide? Yeah, let's go. And deplete the key, yeah. Aw, but I ran out of AP, that felt bad. Oh well, not the biggest of deals. Okay, throw a big bomb, get big damage, hell yeah. That wasn't even that much, oh my gosh. Nice. Okay, beyond infinity, let's go. Come on, can I get a key break? I can. Nice, there's the big damage. Into living artifact, let's go. And goodbye. Sweet. Damn, that might be my fastest one yet. Cool. You can only remember like 3 of the Lesser Crucibles in Bakumatsu. Yeah, that's a no damage. Pretty good. I might as well just copy it to my thumb drive. I didn't really have one in mind, but maybe you'd like to do one of the cooler ones, you know, just for variety. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll try one. I know which one I specifically will try. Yeah, I'll copy this over to my USB drive. I know which one I'll try. It's one of the North Lesser Crucibles. I'm not gonna do the one that involves whatchamacallit, the Enenra and the Itsamade and you know those 4 waves. I'm not gonna do that one. But I think I'll do the one that has like Gozaki at the end. I haven't done that one. So that ought to be an interesting one to try. I'll try this one up here. I haven't done this one in a hot minute. I hope the lesser crucibles on New Game Plus 2 are pretty fun. I've seen some people say Itsumade became very easy in Nioh 3, while I haven't noticed any difference. Like, to me it just feels the hard enemy I know from Nioh 2. How do you feel about that? I think when people are saying Itsumade became easier in Nioh 3, like, I guess the question is, I mean, I would agree it's easier in Nioh 3, but I don't see it as a problem, because my reasoning for why Itsumade is easier is because I, as a player, have many more things I can do. Itsumade hasn't changed in Nioh 3. Does pretty much all the same attacks, and he just doesn't have the corruption elements. But I think every attack is identical from Nioh 2. I don't think there's anything new. So the enemy itself is the same. It doesn't have the curse yet, but the enemy itself is the same. And it may not do extra key damage courtesy of corruption, but Nioh 3, we have a lot of things we can do. We can do air attacks, which helps a bunch. Doing that in Nioh 2 is very difficult. So, right, we can jump, even Samurai Style can do aerial attacks. We have a lot of player tools, so Itsumade just hasn't caught up. Other than that, like, I think Itsumade is basically 1-to-1. I think just very slight change from him not having corruption anymore to just a key damage blast. But I think the moveset is identical. So if Itsumade is easier, is because we as the players have encountered power creep, and Itsumade hasn't caught up. That's like it. His chest can be broken. I don't know how much it glows. It's probably less than what it was in Nioh 2, but it still can be broken. I've broken it many times. Plus, I think for players who are coming from Nioh 2 to Nioh 3, they're prepared for Itsumade. It's not like a surprise. I'm just wondering, what is Nioh 3's equivalent of Itsumade gonna be? I think Blood Edge Demon is a tell for what to expect. Alright, I'll do this Lesser Crucible. I think you're right, Nioh Enjoyer. It's still breakable, but it's just hard to see. So like you were saying, where the fuck is the glow? have gotten much better at this game. Holy shit. Get out of here, I don't want to deal with you. Yeah, I think we got Mikoshi near those, right? Shit. Yeah, you taught me, man. I credit that to you for the whole Omni Slice. Oh, seriously? Rude. Yeah, Omni Slice, yo, I credit average Nioh enjoyer entirely with me getting comfortable with Omni Slice. 100%. You just said, bro, just mash the button. Just mash it. Mash it in between attacks. I'm like, alright, I can do that. So now I can use it. Does this game have a skill check boss or something that was super frustrating? For me it did, several times. Playthrough 1, I had difficulty with Hideko. That was huge. I had trouble with Yoritomo. I didn't have too much trouble with Takeda Shingen. But there were a lot. Yo, new enjoyer, I'm more than happy to learn all the things. I'm a happy learner. If there's some way I can make the game more fun, which you do provide ways, I think you've provided ways to make the game more fun every single fucking time. So yeah, I am going to listen. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. But Gunstar Hero, I've encountered many bosses that do trouble me. So, the first time I would fight a boss, sometimes I'd have beginner's luck. Some bosses I struggled with, and then on subsequent playthroughs it wasn't so bad. But let's see, I had trouble with Yoritomo for some time. Let's see. Let me think about it per region. Region 1... Not Jakotsu Baba. Baba Nobuharu, I think somewhat, not really though. Takeda Shingen, human form, yes, I think I did have trouble. Yokai form, I don't think as much, I still had trouble though. Ryomen, no. Hino Enma, no. This mission took me 2 hours and 20 minutes the first time I did it. It was really tough. Not Hanzo, none of the other ones. Great Tengu, I don't think I had much trouble. Otoroshi... Not really too much trouble. Hatchet guy, yeah. Ibaraki Doji, I did first try. Yoritomo took me some time. Yoshitsune, not really a big deal. Kusanagi, somewhat. Hiroko, yes, I definitely had trouble. Kunimatsu, I did have trouble. Takaski Shinsaku, I don't think so. Nuri Botoke, first time, no. Fish Boy, I think I had some trouble. I think I had a good amount of trouble. Kasha, no. Onmoroki, no. Okita Soji, I think yes. And then final form of Hiroko, yes, I did. Also, I did have trouble with all three of the demons in certain capacities. So, I found that many times where I got skill checked, and I especially noticed it on New Game Plus. And as my skills keep growing in this game, and as I push the game more to its limits with help from people like Average Nioh Enjoyer, I am constantly getting skill checked because I have to be incredibly precise. There's a lot to learn, which is cool. Alright, so this Crucible, which used to be difficult, I managed it. Nice. The first demon you fight in the water was the most challenging for me, the thing I remember the most, because I was probably underleveled and it felt like a departure from the rest of the game. Yeah, I think you're talking about Demon of Pride. I think you're talking about the enemy you fight... Yeah, like here, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not a Nioh boss, is it? Oh, it's up here. Yeah, I was underleveled against Demon of Pride. I remember when I fought him the first time, it just felt so different, and I really had to adapt. I was trying to play it as if I was playing a Nioh 2 boss, because, you know, that's what my experience was. That's what I know. But, yeah, I got my ass handed to me. Such a cool arena here, too. This was the peak for you? Fair. I can't wait for DLCs because, ironically enough, I actually miss exploring in the open field. I wish I could refight Demon of Pride there. That'd be so cool. Oh, Gunstar. Here, before I decide to do this. Here, let me show you, here. Let me just show you. Here's your peak, here's the peak of the game for you, okay? There you go. There you go. Pulled that off earlier today. I think I kept waiting for more moments like the title screen moment per region, like reveal here's your world, each region, and each region kept getting smaller and more linear. Fair. Yeah, I think Region 1 was the biggest, right? And I think naturally people have an expectation that each region's gonna be roughly the same size. So going from Region 1 to Region 2 is like Region 2 just felt so much tinier. Because it was. And then Bakumatsu region, like, I think there was variance in areas, but I don't think it was as much of a variance as Region 1. But I think it's supposed to almost be like a post-apocalyptic thing. Kunimatsu has been shogun forever, and there's resistance, but resistance is dwindling and dying. So here's what the world will look like after everything's destroyed, or Japan will look like after everything's destroyed. So I'm like, alright, I guess, but I think it just didn't, I guess, like, the impression that you might have had just wasn't that positive, which is fair. I think it was Autumn Red. He didn't particularly like Bakumatsu as much because it was just kind of monotonous with like purple and red, and it's just like, yeah, but I really wanted to appreciate actual Japan, not something destroyed, like, ugh. So while Bakumatsu was big, I think for players it just wasn't as memorable. And Bakumatsu was very memorable in Rise of the Ronin, and it's like, but the, like, so it just kind of like dead, destroyed. Like, the Warring States area has many, many beautiful landscapes. You could argue this area is like kind of the most dead. But there's a lot of exploration, a lot of different like environments to explore. You got like the caves over here, you got like the post. It feels very traditional Nioh with a lot of like peppered in beauty. There's a lot of beautiful landscapes. Heian, of course, was unique in many respects, but we can even just see it's kind of tiny. Make sure you got this, but it is kind of tiny. And then Bakumatsu is very much just like destroyed. So starting off, the Pleasure District definitely had some character to it, but just given that everything's just kind of destroyed, it's a little harder to appreciate. There were some cool spots though, but it just, I think as you're saying, Rev, the cohesion, it started to lose it. It just felt like a bunch of separate areas mashed together rather than like this big overarching world. So the Kiyomozu, for example, is interesting, but it does feel very disjointed. But yeah, they're still interesting nonetheless. But yeah, I think of the three regions, probably Region 1 is my favorite in terms of just what it looks like, the exploration from it. So hopefully the DLC Region 1 will be an upgrade of something like this, because I had a lot of fun with Sengoku. Because locales like this, like even this is like gorgeous. The waterfall is gorgeous. It's very inviting. Which big crucible was my favorite? Let me think. Which crucible? Which greater crucible? Heian was nostalgic. Yeah, it was cool too. Let's see. I don't think any of the Region 1 crucibles were that memorable to me. I mean, like, they're okay, but I'm not like that excited by them. I think Heian, I mean, it was the big crucible, so it was, I think the Heian crucible was pretty cool. I like that one a lot, actually, just the whole ice theme. That was quite fun. Bakumatsu stuff, I think the maps were alright. But yeah, just alright. I think I liked the Hand Crucible the most. And I liked the Bakumatsu Crucible music the most. Fishboy's Palace is pretty cool. It is. That is definitely a cooler one. I do have to agree. So then which one do I like more overall? The Hand one or the Fishboy one? Kinda hard, actually. They're both cool for very different reasons. Don't know why Kasha's wheels are there though. I don't know. course, you have the final Crucible, the other one. I mean, that is just its own separate category. That one's just a big epic, like, climax, so that one, you know, takes the cake. But from the other ones, I did like Hands a lot. I found that more unique. I think, yeah, I would say it's still the Hand one. It inches out the Fishboy Palace just by a bit. The Hand Crucible literally looks like a flower's bloom if looked from a far distance, and the red part is the inner part of that flower. Really? Yeah, I suppose you're right. That's a very clever detail. I will say, regardless of the Crucible type or which region, I will say they're all really interesting in their own right. Like, it's pretty menacing. Like, for example, with the Hand Crucible, there's a fun fact: the Hand Crucible and Final Bakumatsu Crucible are the same place for the main mission. Really? Where you fought Domon and Nioh too? So cool! Hey Dante! Hey, happy birthday, man! I think for me, when I look at this, just the fact you have, like, what looks like damned souls trying to reach out of hell is pretty crazy. Like, it's just like a big old face. It's like pretty haunting, all things considered. Like, it's pretty messed up looking. So Dante, what you got going on for your birthday? You got any fun plans? Chilling. Thanks, no cake though. About to have some pecan pie. Ooh, that should still be yummy. Oh, so it is in this region, huh? Oof. Do you think the enemy placements were not interesting in the open field and new game for Nioh 3? I think playthrough 1 was fine. I just had hoped there would have been a greater change for New Game Plus. But it was still a change. Oh my god, this terrain's fucking me up, dude. Close enough. Didn't do the best here. Hey Danila, good to see ya. Give me my loot. No plans, been playing Days Gone, about to get back to Nioh 3, my itch to play has returned, nice. Blood Edge Demon needed better rewards, I beat this thing once, got the soul core, and I've never seen a reason to fight it again. I mean, the reward is just loot, really. For me, the reward is the fight itself is the reward, for me. I'm like, I'm gonna fight it, it'll be fun. Still haven't played Nioh 3 yet, so I can't make an opinion. No, you can have an opinion, just don't treat it like fact, it's fine. But why do they keep bringing the same enemies from what I see? So, Nioh, so the way that Nioh's, I guess, works, if you want to put it that way, is it's pulling from actual yokai, like folklore. So, it's like if you've played like God of War, or you know, that takes from Greek mythology. It's just taking directly from those people, and they're just recurring and like recurring enemies, recurring elements in that regard. So Nioh is the same thing, where they're just taking enemies directly. So they'll bring back past enemies from Nioh 1 and Nioh 2, a lot of historical things that they feel are appropriate. So this enemy, for example, Blood Edge Demon, it's very clearly inspired by Mogatsu Warrior, which came from Nioh 1. But what Nioh 3 does oftentimes is, as opposed to just having the exact same enemies as before, it's what they do is they usually will upgrade the roster. So it's rather than they will bring back a lot of the same enemies, but they're things that are familiar for yokai mythology or Japanese mythology and folklore. Kind of hard not to reuse the same things, otherwise they'd be very limited. They've already used like some pretty crazy yokai. They've used Ninetales, they've used Otakemaru, they've used Shuten Doji, like these are all fairly significant from what I understand. And so not reusing some of them would be remiss, but they don't reuse everything. I'm a big Nioh fan, and I actually don't mind if they reuse all the enemies, provided that they're adding a lot of good new things. In my opinion, overall, I think they've added a lot of positive things in Nioh 3. The new enemies in Nioh 3, I'm not like just the regular enemies, I'm not the most impressed by them, to be honest. But I think there might be like one or two I really like, or I think are really, really cool. But to me, they're okay. But I expect that. I'm like not that surprised. But the brand new Nioh 3 bosses, I think are great. I think they're fantastic. So in Nioh 3, they have new enemies like Jailer Oni. I'm like, well, that and it's there's like 8 variations of it. I'm like, alright, I guess. It's not that impressive to me. I do like Yamainu though. I do like Raiju. I think Raiju is cool. Nozuchi I think is interesting, albeit annoying. I think Yagyu Soldier is alright. Yamabiko is annoying. Snake Baba is alright. Hate the Crucible Wasp, but they do a good job at what they're trying to do. The Mermaid's alright. Mikoshi Nioh though is interesting to me at least. Shinobon is okay. Like, it's pretty like low grade threat. Grudge Spirits are completely forgettable. Just annoying. They introduced Thorn Gaki, which I mean I guess is an interesting variation. Gaki Chief, very unique. At the very least. Kyokutsu is interesting. So those are new, and then they brought back a lot of the old ones. But I think whatever they've added into the game has been overall pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good for the new enemies. But then they introduced shit like Blood Edge Demon, and I'm like kind of terrified. Blood Edge Demon is a serious threat, and I'm like, yeah, this is where the Nioh 3 is going. With enemies like this, I think it's fucking awesome. I like that enemy a lot. It's a pleasure to fight every time. I think the new bosses that they introduced in Nioh 3 are also great. I don't really have any complaints. Some might be easier than others, some might be more frustrating than others, but they're all warm. I welcome them all of them. I think for me the highlights of the boss fights that are added in Nioh 3 include Demon of Pride, Demon of Envy, Demon of Obsession. I think they're great. Blood Edge Demon also. I think the final boss is also fantastic as well. So there's like a lot. But truth is, and I think Rev has beat me to it, a lot of the notable enemies of Nioh 2 were added in the DLCs. The difference between Nioh 2 base game and Nioh 2 with DLCs is huge. So as Rev is saying, enemies like Yasha, which were brought back from Nioh 2, are in the game. Itsumari's been brought back. But there's no Suiki, there's no Fuki, there's no Ongyoki, there's no Kinki. Who knows what other things they'll bring back too, or what new things they will add. Those are going to be significant, and that can dictate a lot. So we'll just have to wait and see. But overall, I'm pretty content. For base game. Now, if this was if this was the complete edition, I'd be like, bro, come on. Like, really, this isn't that innovative. I'm anticipating and hoping for some innovative, like, fresh enemies. And I latch on to, like, Blood Edge Demon. I'm like, yo, that enemy is amazing. I'm like, yes. Yes. This type of threat, like, it is a good, it's a very tough enemy, but it's so fun. But we'll see how things play out. Gunstar, I'll get to your point in a moment. Also, when I saw the reveal, trailers, and new gameplay, I might be wrong, but is it the same engine? Yes, I believe it is all Katana engine. They may have made upgrades to it here and there, but naturally people are a little disappointed that the engine and performance with this game is not as high as it should be. Especially considering Ninja Gaiden 4 overall ran so smoothly. It was beautiful. And I was hoping that sort of performance would exist for Nioh 3. Like, oh my god. There's a lot of things from Ninja Gaiden 4 I actually wish they put in to Nioh 3, like a better training room. Ninja Gaiden 4's training room is great. Nioh 3's, not nearly as much. So, Ninja Gaiden 4's tutorials were were good enough. If they put that in for Nioh 3, great. And players for Ninja Gaiden 4 discovered all sorts of other cool shit, but they knew what they could, like, there's a lot, so players were informed, and if you didn't know how to use things like Chain Link, it's because you didn't work with it. You didn't do the little tutorial, so things like that and performance would have been nice. So, I understand the whole, like, hey, where's the engine? Would have been nice. So Gunstar, you were saying I just like stuff with motivation, like guaranteed Yasakani or letting you reroll something on rare gear. Oh, you want loot-based incentives. Yeah, they didn't do that for Blood Edge. It is what it is. I feel it looks like PS3 graphics. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. It may not look good as some other games, but I don't PS3 graphics? Bro, come on. What's a like I'm gonna look at PS3 games right now. Like the first Red Dead Redemption, Hitman, Uncharted 3 is PS3. No. No, not at all. Now, you can say the graphics don't look as good as you'd like, but saying PS3, I'm like, I like, no, dude. I don't know about that, bro. Nioh has its own unique art style, which serves its own function. It's not going for hyperrealism. Could it look better? I suppose, but how would it look better? What would you want to look better? Is the tricky part. But hey, if it's not to your fancy, you don't gotta play it. I personally don't really mind. I enjoy the game for as it is. Well, what's a game that's next gen? Yeah, you might be exaggerating. Okay, at least you can admit that. But what I meant is not next gen or graphics or environment. Sure. I think a lot of it is also just Nioh's art style. It's different. I personally am cool with it. I don't like. I just appreciate it for what it is. When I play Team Ninja games, graphics, truth be told, is not like the #1 concern. It's a nice to have, not a must have for me. Barring a few exceptions, if like I don't really pay attention to Team Ninja graphics or like next gen stuff. And in my experience, a lot of games that overly prioritize next gen stuff, I usually don't care for their games anyway. But yeah, it's ultimately up to you what you like it or dislike it. So yeah, but whatever observations you have, you can see if it's a deal breaker for you. Their engine is fine, but we just need fewer burning talent levels. Well, I don't know I can't diagnose things properly. I'm not an expert on any of this. I just want my game to run better, please. Or at the very least for those who are on computer, because I think it's okay on PS4. Let's have a rematch with this. Wait. I'm worried I can't go back to Nioh 2 after playing through Nioh 3. I'll try to... I think chat can guide you there. Yeah, I head into a Burning Town area. I just beat Nioh 2. I want to do New Game Plus, but also want to play Nioh 3. I'm worried I can't go back to Nioh 2 after playing Nioh 3. So... I'm guessing your concern is just... you're gonna miss out on stuff for Nioh 2? So here's the thing. The progression... here's what I'll say. New Game Plus and New Game for Nioh 2 is arguably pretty much the same experience. Things change for Nioh 2 once you get to New Game Plus 2, Plus 3, and then Plus 4 a little bit. Because they insert a curse mechanic, they change a lot of things there. But Nioh 3 ain't going anywhere. So, what you can do, like... Nioh 3 will be a very different experience. But you can... people still play Nioh 2 after Nioh 3. What do you think would... why are you worried about, hey, I can't go back to Nioh 2? What is it about potentially playing Nioh 3 that, like, outclasses Nioh 2 in every way? Because if that's the case, Nioh 2 is a complete game, Nioh 3 is not yet. I won't ever go back to Nioh 1 or Nioh 2, because for me, Nioh 3 outclasses it. But for a lot of other players, Nioh 2 is still their preferred game. So I would say just... there's still plenty of time to enjoy Nioh 2. Nioh 3 will be... it'll be different. It'll be quite the learning curve. And I think muscle memory as well will be kind of a problem for those who are way too used to Nioh 2. And like kind of going back and forth can be a little tiring. I think the time to really start playing Nioh 3 might be, as Paraflux is suggesting, is when the DLC comes out. But by and large, Nioh 2 and Nioh 3 are, and I think the analogy he's using works well for like Street Fighter. They all have their own pros and cons to it. So try it out. But that's just my personal take on it. It's up to you to do what you want to do. So Kara, you want more enemies? Same. More inputs for some ninja weapons? Same. More guard heavy skills? Same. Better performance? Same. Yeah, I hope the DLC addressed that. I beat Nioh 2 on my own all the way to Dream of the Strong and Part of the Wise. Nice. Once I got to Dream of the Nioh, I did levels on my own, but I need help on all bosses with the Visitor. Dang. I'm also trying to make a strong build and farming a lot in Underworld with bosses ain't no joke. Yeah. I heard people say that Nioh 3 is different in terms of controls and combat. I mean, yeah, but that's why I customize my controls to reflect Nioh 1. We can go with Type E, which control type is similar to Nioh 2's, as it says on the bottom. I went to Type F, which changed things a little bit, and then I changed things even further. I customize it so it's like I'm playing Nioh 2. Controls are not that different. They don't have to be that different. But yeah, go ahead and wait for complete edition of Nioh 3 if that's what you feel is best for you. What do I think is the best build? I have no idea because it's not something I pay attention to. Best build is probably the build you have most fun with. What? What the hell? No, I don't play SOP5. At the very least, getting life from Marita, absorbing gain on Marita, and strong attack are good starts for a lot of builds. Yeah. I just don't pay attention to build stuff too much. Damn it. It's the Stone of Penance, yeah. Damn it. No, I don't do Stone of Penance at all. I have no interest in it. probably shouldn't do, but arguably one of the most difficult missions. Hey, what? I didn't deflect and I didn't do Flowing Shadow? Oh no. There's a lot of players playing Nioh 2 because when I ask for help in Underworld, they always pop up fast. Nice, nice, nice. Not good, not good, not good. No, you're fine. It's my responsibility. I'm responsible for my own gameplay. It's cool. Oh, I do stuff like that too. I'm constantly like trying to push things to their limits and like seeing what I can get away with. I experiment so much. Oh! Stuff like that. Oh my god. See if I can beat Yoritomo now.
我こそは武家の頭領なり。その程度か。我が隊阻ませはせぬ。
God damn it, really? Ah! Try for a few more minutes and then try something else.
その手だ。ここまで追い詰めるとは。虚しいあがきだ。国松様の知性は変わらぬ。真空の血を引くこの私が。
Close enough. Ooh, tricky, tricky.
暗き輝きの力、思い知るがいい。
What, seriously? Damn you. Close enough. It was a little scary. I thought I thought I completed his key, but I got grabbed because I didn't do it right.
将軍の座は私のものだ。 やれ、ブラックモン。貴様、本当にあの竹千代か。
Goodbye. Nail biter? I won. Adachi destroyed his key. Thank you. Let's see. I think it did some cool things, but it was pretty sloppy, all things considered. Oh well. A win's a win. What to do? I can only do these for so long. What to do? I got no idea. Honestly, I might just call it early today. Let's see, did I get anything cool? No. Okay. Pinwheel Shuriken Gauge Charge? I mean... yeah. I'll take that one. I'd rather have that than Cicada Shell. Another one. I don't really use Cicada Shell all that much. So what's my rate now for it? 2.8 versus 2? Wait, really? Oh, goes up just a little bit. Well, alright, if I can use more, great. Enhanced shrapnel bomb gauge? I think I'm good there. I'm good there. How much Shadow Self could I theoretically get? Probably 2, right? Oh, it's 3. I could get a 4th. Why not another Big Bomb? Big Bomb would be great. Or Shadow Stitch. Anything I want to do? I already did Blood Edge Demon. I got a pretty cool Pride kill. I don't know. No big bomb effect? I don't know. Nah, I'm not that motivated. Alright, you'll just call it. That's cool. Cool though. Pulled off a bunch of cool things. So, I got that. At least I have that clip of Biuna Pride, which I definitely will share, because I was pretty lucky. But I got pulled off a lot of cool things there too. Not everything I wanted to, but a lot. So that was neat. Big bomb, big damage, then confusion to finish it off with like 4 or 5 hits. It was pretty ridiculous, but it flowed pretty well, so I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna dip out today. Thank you all so much for watching, for being here. It's always nice to have your guys' company. And I will see you guys next time. Take care and bye.